Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated.
I have no song. I've been on the road. Okay.
On the road again.
On the road again.
Just can't wait to nerd, but I'm on the road again.
See, you got the song this week.
Sitting here missing, making Nerkie with my friend. I can't
That's
wait
me.
to get off the road again.
That was very good, sir.
Yep. We're going to use that?
Yeah, we're going to use that.
Damn it. Okay.
We're going to use that because I literally have been on the road. I have been gone for 4 days. Didn't have time to think anything. Literally came back, and an hour into it, now we're nerking.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that, Kyle. That was really good.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. And Kyle just left. No, he's back.
No, I turned my other light on because, yeah.
So, welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40-something-year-olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle, and you guys can also catch us online, typically at least on Saturday night and sometimes throughout the week on Twitch. You can find Chris over there next to me as GUI Guyver Unit 101 GUIVERUNT 01 at the Twitch, and mine's really easy. It's just KSIG K_SIG. Saturday nights we do indie horror games. We talk about whatever during those, and then a few other games throughout the week. So we've been getting into some shooters here lately. A little bit of shooting. Playing Splitgate, which has been fun.
And then we got another one that I texted Kyle this weekend that I think we're going to have to do.
You talking about the frisbee
game
golf?
No.
Oh, the board game. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I figured we should probably look that one up.
Yeah. It's worth a look. A little look-see. Yeah. Welcome to the show, guys. This is which episode are we on? 4th episode of What If?
4th episode of What If.
So what we typically do with these, you'll catch in the title. They're called Nerkie. These episodes started their life as supposedly a nerd quickie, where we were going to cover new content as it came out, quick little shorts, 10, 15-minute episodes, and that's not what happened at all. We go into these episodes pretty deep, dive as deep as we can, average depth, I would think. When you say, like, it's average.
It's average.
It's an average depth.
It depends on what girl you ask, but it's average.
Yeah, but it's an average depth. We're not like, going the deep dive, but
like we do other shows.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys haven't watched this episode of Marvel's What If yet, and you don't want to be spoiled, then go back and watch it and come back and listen to us or watch us if you're on Spotify or audio or YouTube or whatever. If you have, then we're going to break this down. And usually these episodes will run about twice as long as the source material. So it's fun. It's interesting. And I've really enjoyed this series.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it before the show. These are really hard to cover, honestly.
They're next to they're next to impossible to cover because there's no source. There's source material
to a point,
but then these are literally what if scenarios.
I will say though, okay, with this one, and again, we talked about this a little bit before show, and because we talk to each other, outside of the show, believe it or not, we're also friends.
Weird,
but I think there's bigger implications coming from these episodes than just a hypothetical situation in the Marvel universe.
I agree.
I think there's character establishment happening. I think there's new baddies being established that just right under our nose that we're not even realizing are being thrown in there. And Marvel has a way of throwing something into an episode, into a movie or whatever. I honestly believe it's like, okay, this is cool. We're going to throw this in here. And we could always reference back to it later if we want to. I don't think it's always with the foresight of we're going to reference this. We're going to bring this back later, but we have it here in the wings ready to go if we want to do something with it. later.
Right. Right.
And I think there's a lot of that happening in these episodes.
And here's where I'm going to disagree with you on this. I think this is all plotted out. I think there's some parts, that they go back, oh, that'd be fucking cool if we use this part here, this little known part where he picks his nose. Literally, he picks his nose, and it becomes Booger Monster of Sector 37G.
Oh, with Homer?
With Homer.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I got that reference.
Thank you.
I don't get them all, but I got that one.
I don't know. I knowing Marvel, there's a bigger story that this has probably been plotted out for like 3 years.
True. I mean,
and it's Marvel. That's the only reason I'm saying they probably plotted most of this out.
Well, and this is what I like to think of as big Marvel. This isn't the Saturday morning cartoon style animated things that you can watch from way back whenever. Yeah. Like this is, this is the big boys throwing it out there.
Big boy.
The big boy. And I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. I don't think they're going to waste this opportunity with a bunch of one-off stuff. Things that are just standalone, and this is all it is, because there's a lot of potential things coming from this series.
Well, from this episode alone, there's 2 things that I think tied into WandaVision.
Mm-hmm. We saw
2
some
parts
things
in this.
that possibly tied into some stuff that we saw in the new Spider-Man trailer.
Yep.
There was things that tied to other hypothetical what-if episodes. Mm-hmm.
I think there's a bigger picture.
Yeah. There's I think it'll just be like anything else. Hindsight will be big on this series. It probably, maybe not next year, but within the next 5 years.
You and I will be sitting here doing these. We'll be on episode like 500 and be like, oh,
Billy.
Oh, Billy.
And, I would say that like Marvel does like to throw back and make references to stuff that's fairly recent within the last couple of movies, and they don't really reach super far back until we got the Spider-Man trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And then they reached super far back.
And stuff that wasn't even theirs.
That wasn't even theirs. They didn't even own it. But yeah, like
they did and they didn't.
That's such a cool thing that Sony's working with them now and willing to. I'm sure there's a lot of backroom bickering happening that we don't hear about, but
so we'll find out. But with that, let's jump into this.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We are on
episode 4. What if Doctor Strange had lost his heart instead of his hands? Okay.
Oh,
not gonna lie to you. When I first read this title, I go, "Oh, is it gonna be like Tony?" Because he literally lost the use of his hands in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I didn't even think that.
That's what I thought of. I'm like, what if he becomes like Iron Strange?
Strange Man. No.
Strange Iron.
Mm-hmm.
Get some strange.
He becomes Iron Person.
Iron Person.
Yeah.
Iron Cape.
Like when my daughter refers to Aquaman, she goes, "Oh, there's Fish Person."
Like, did you go? You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. I love you so much. Such a good kid.
We start off with the Watcher like we normally do, and he's given his
creeper
thing where he's talking about, one divergence in time can create a whole new universe, new heroes, new stories. But what if it's the wrong choice? Here we see Strange getting out of his, what is that, a Ferrari? Lambo?
It's a high-end sports car.
His high-end sports car.
Yeah.
And he's letting, what's her name?
Oh, just went blank and forgot
Rachel McAdams.
Christine Palmer.
Palmer. It was Palmer, right?
Mm-hmm. Christine Palmer.
Rachel McAdams. He let Regina George out of the vehicle.
Regina?
Mean Girls.
Regina? Okay.
Mean Girls.
I've never watched that movie.
That is one of the greatest movies of all time.
I've never had the want to watch it. I don't know.
I think you need to because you will die. It's a Tina favorite
I don't.
movie.
I want to live, Chris.
No, we want you to die sometimes,
I want you to
mostly
watch
when
this
I'm the
movie
killer.
so you can die, and then I can host the show all by myself. That's what you just said.
Then no one would really fucking listen.
No, but then you could let Justin and B-Rob fight it out to see who's going to be the next co-host.
Well, but then they'd get busy, and then they'd be like, "Yeah, we're busy. You're on your own." I'm like, "Oh, but wait," and then Chof would be like, "I am Chof. I am here."
Yeah, well, you let Chof and Ozzy do. So you have a 4-man tourney bracket. You get Chof and Ozzy over here. And you got B-Rob and Justin over. Actually, we would probably do Chof and B-Rob and Ozzy and Justin.
Yep. Yeah.
If you wanted to seed it right. Yeah. Anyway.
It gives me a headache thinking about. Typical dialogue from the first movie between Palmer and Strange. You know, he's just trying to be the charming, arrogant asshole.
But the Divergence event already happened.
It already happened.
Right here, early.
Yep. What's the Divergence event?
Well, is that what they call it, though? That's what we're calling it.
That's what we call it. And you know what? It's the fucking Divergence event.
A divergence, the event that diverged from the timeline as we know it from the MCU.
Created the new path.
Yeah. She went with him this time.
She denied him the first time.
Denied.
She Strange blocked him.
Oh, yeah.
And this time she's giving him some Strange.
Yeah, she's trying to get her a little strange.
She's getting a little strange now. So is she gonna play with his one-eyed eye of Agamemnon?
Oh, is he going to try to conjure some ancient? I got nothing. I was getting there. I was reaching for.
Is he gonna put up the defense of his what is it, Vishanti? For the defense?
Why would he try to stop her?
No, because you don't want to get a Shumagorath disease.
Well, they probably have pills for that.
Oh yeah, good
just
point.
Take some penicillin. Good to go.
Call him in the morning.
Yeah, I mean he's a doctor. He probably knows the dangers.
Doctor, lady.
That's Doctor Lady Strange.
Dr. Lady Strange.
Dr. Strange Lady.
Strange Love. God, that would have been a good one.
What?
Strange Love.
Oh.
Schmode for the song for this one.
It's too late now.
It's too late.
The moment's past.
But I could use that for Multiverse of Madness.
So did this episode just make Price is Right canon in the MCU?
I think it did.
She wanted him to go over his speech, and it was kind of very basic speechy at the beginning. And she's like, you need to spice it up a little bit. Be excited like a contestant from The Price is Right. And then he acts like he doesn't know what The Price is Right is.
Yep. So it's canon now.
It's canon now. It's a thing.
So they're driving. He's practicing the speech. Again, this is the Divergence. She's in the car with him. He does the same move to get around the semi-truck. Here comes the car, loses control of it because, he's doing like
Mach 2.
Well, he gains control and then he gets rammed from behind and goes spinning off the cliff. This is a almost shot by shot scene from Doctor Strange. The way that here's our first Easter egg or a second Easter egg.
Yep.
When he landed, the car lands in the river.
Yeah.
It's the exact same. It's frame by frame, the same shot.
And they've done that in a lot of these
Doctor
episodes,
Strange.
animated scenes from the movies. I mean, we had that in the T'Challa Star-Lord episode when he was in the temple at the very beginning, which was almost exactly.
Right.
What else was there? I mean, the opening scene to episode 1, so they're doing that a lot through these. The Hulk scene, in the previous episode.
So would that mean that those points are fixed points in time?
I don't think so because this is different.
Okay.
This one was different. Yeah.
Okay, so he starts going to Christine, and she's obviously dead. And then next thing we see him at a funeral, still in his bow tie.
Like
he's going to prom.
He had more than one bow tie.
Maybe.
You know how fancy that car was? He can afford a bow tie.
But you think he changed his underwear since he killed her?
No. Since he killed her? What?
He killed her.
He was just driving.
He was the driver,
He's
though.
not a murderer.
Well,
Like manslaughter at best.
well, they weren't wearing their seatbelts.
That's their fault. This is America. You can get
That's true, too.
Seatbelt mandate.
Touche, sir. Touche.
Yeah. This wasn't okay, anyway.
We could go on and on about America, but we're not.
Yeah.
Especially to our Canadian friends.
Oh, hey, Canadian friends.
I know that we have previously made fun of you for turning out the lights and you all getting scared, but we know that that's only true 50% of the time.
Yeah. We love you and your floppy heads.
We love you and your maple syrup and we love Dudley Do Right.
But keep your fucking geese up there. I'm tired of.
Oh, God. Yes, because they look at you too as they're waddling across the road. They just, and then they sit there and look you in the eye.
Yeah.
Keep your geese.
Keep your geese.
Thank you for all the listeners we've gotten up there. Big shout out to Morgan for helping us with that.
Yeah, thanks, Mo.
We love you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so they said, what if this universe, Doctor Strange had lost his heart and not his hand? So this is what they're talking about because Christine died.
Yep.
Next thing you know, Strange is...
It's Mopey Strange.
And he's training.
You don't have to pronounce all these names and things. I'm going to butcher them.
Oh, I'm going to butcher them too. We know but I can't even pronounce real people's names. We know this.
All
right. So we are looking at, he's just talking about Caligstro. He's talking, I have Agamotto. Okay, here's another Easter egg where he's practicing with the eye and the time stone.
Mm-hmm. The apple.
And the apple. That's shot by shot from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Wong asked him, what are you doing? He said, time travel. And it's the ancient one and Wong telling him how we practice, we don't mess with time.
Yep. And then she died. Just skipping around there. I mean, they're retelling the events from the movies.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Yep. So we see him. There's a lot. This is what's cool with this one. It's taking a very similar path to the movie, like really close. Even with the divergence event that we saw earlier, which I think that's really actually the term for it, probably.
Divergence event.
Mm-hmm. Up until this point. And so he's still awake. And when Wong walks in, I like the imagery of this scene with he's sad and it's on Wong's face too, but you see it's not the reflection. I guess it'd be the shadow of the rain droplets running down his face, like the tears running down his soul because he's sad because he killed his girlfriend.
That is.
Maybe, baby.
No, not even a chance for that anymore now because he killed her.
That's true too. That's true.
Yeah.
Welcome to Team He Killed Her.
All she wanted was a little Strange,
and he killed her. Don't kill him for Strange.
Mm-mm.
Don't kill him. EGTN does not condone the killing of your girlfriend.
No, not under most circumstances. No.
No.
And there's always a little wiggle room. Anyway, we'll get into that on
whatever. But shit. We know that it's been 2 years since the accident. And then I love that part where he asked Wong, what are you doing? He said, I needed a little sorcerer's room. Wong had to pee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't think he could have manifested his urine from himself to the other room?
I bet he could have because he can do telekinesis and teleportation.
Can you imagine that though? You're just sitting there hanging out, like your room's really close to the sorcerer's bathroom. You just see this little ball of piss like floating down the hallway and then like going into the.
Oh shit! He would have the market on glory holes.
No, I think you still have to physically be there for that.
No, he can just create a little portal anywhere. Didn't have to be the bathroom stall anymore.
Like what we do on Splitgate.
Yes.
Or in the game Portal. You just shoot a hole here and a hole here and you put the thing through the hole and it comes out the other side. Okay.
Stephen Strange, glory hole pimp. Strange holes.
Yeah, they just call them strange holes.
Strange holes. That's what he'd call them. That's a good idea. We should market that.
Let me write that down. Hold on.
Strange
Once we
holes.
figure out the technology for the interdimensional portal travel, we'll
Sold.
of course that's what's going to happen though. If we ever have that kind of technology where we can have like, hey, we can have a portal here and we can put something in here that's going to come out the other side. Somebody's going to put their wiener in it.
Chove.
That would be like, could you imagine testing that with your science buddy? It's like,
all right,
like,
here it goes.
hey, Chris, like this is going to be like, remember when, you read about Alexander Graham Bell making the first phone call and all that? Like, this is just like this. Okay, are you ready? And be like, yeah, I'm ready. And like,
Thrust.
is that a wiener? Like, I wouldn't tell you that's what's going to happen.
No.
Like, I'm going to put something through the hole. Are you ready? Like, yeah.
I need you to go down and look at it real close with your eye.
Get really close.
Get really close.
Hold on. Look, the space between the dimensions is really cold, apparently.
Okay, go. Ow, my eye.
And then that would be recorded in history for all time. The first thing to pass through portal.
Strange hole.
A strange hole. A wiener.
And then it became a thing. And then it became canon.
And it became canon. Strange holes.
You're welcome, everyone listening.
All you scientists out there and astrophysicians and astrophysicians? Physicists? There we go. Not space doctors. Yeah, yeah, maybe that. Oh, dude, that would you wouldn't even have to go to the doctor.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, you could just like back up to the strange hole and just whoop.
Why is there 3 fingers? Don't worry about it.
Why is there? You're rubbing my back.
Why is there 3 holes tonight? Don't worry about it.
I wasn't relaxed. Now I'm awkward. Let's put some dinner through the strange hole when you're done. Pass me a cupcake.
Hot dogs again.
Yep. We just let the episode keep running and we missed a thing.
So basically,
this line. Okay. So it's after Wong starts to leave, he sees that he's looking at the eye and Wong says, I'm going to go start a kettle. I suggest you join me before you do something reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is very similar to something that we saw recently.
What was that? He's going to keep me hanging on.
No, I got a small person interrupting me. Hold on.
So I'll keep talking so you guys don't have dead space. What Kyle's talking about is I have no clue. He's going to come back and tell us.
Sorry about that. No, I had
fine.
Small human interrupt us there. Wong said the new Spider-Man trailer where he tries to talk who we believe.
Oh yeah, I told him don't do this.
Yes. So he tried to warn him twice, if that even is Doctor Strange in the trailer.
I don't know who it is now.
We'd just be like Dr. Weird, Dr. Awkward.
Dr. Awkward.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the great. Dr. Awkward.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what if he was like a cross between that and like a bird person? He could be Dr. Hawkward. He could fly and also make things really weird to be around.
Oh, like Dr. Hawkward is flying around. He had a lot of prunes to eat from that field. Why is he creating a circle in midair? Ah, my car!
He just shows up in this universe too, next to Doctor Strange, and he's like, so I heard you killed your girlfriend. Oh, wait, I just made this awkward. Sorry.
I just made it awkward. Professor X goes, I don't need you and an angel, you people shitting on my car.
Mm-hmm. And then Dr. Hawkward just looks at him and is like, you're right. Let's roll out of here.
And then just leaves.
Yeah. We're talking to Professor X because, he's in a wheelchair.
He's talking to Professor X and just gets right in his face. And like, there's a full room. He just moves his chair right next to him.
Starts talking at him really loudly for no reason at all. Like, that's not how wheelchairs work, Dr. Hawkward. Yeah. He can hear you fine.
Dr. Hawkward and Strangeholes. The episode title for this one.
Dr. Hawkward.
Okay, so Strange is opening the eye. He uses the eye and he goes back in time to where he picks Palmer up. She's like, evening, handsome. He's like,
Come to Butthead.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's basically the night that she died, that he killed her. So what he's doing is he's creating an event. He's going back to the fixed event, which he's not supposed to do.
Well, he doesn't know that's what it is yet. He just knows he can time travel. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to go not kill my girlfriend in this reality. And
we can tell you what they're saying, but it's basically the exact same.
Yeah, well, he kind of leads into it a little bit more. He's like, hey, maybe I should be more energetic in my speech, like Price is Right or something. She's like, what? And she goes and holds his hand, and she's like, I'm going to give you a muffin basket. I think that's what she said, which is probably related to a strange hole. And
it's her muffin basket in a strange hole.
My muffin basket on your strange hole. With it, nope, they wreck again. So, same thing, same landing, back in the water.
Yep.
Kills his girlfriend again. He goes, not again. I shouldn't laugh. I don't know why I'm laughing.
I don't know why either. He does the thing. There goes the eye.
Yeah, he does his little hand motions, and he rewinds back. So this is basically just turned into Groundhog Day.
Except the worst version of Groundhog Day.
Been a lot cooler with Bill Murray. Bill Murray is Doctor Strange.
Hey there, Christine. Welcome to my car.
Smell that. Smells like muffin basket. Smells like a muffin basket.
What's on this card? You win.
I want Bill Murray as Doctor Strange now in one of these what ifs.
Advertising for Strangeholes.
Mm-hmm. So see the doc here trying like everything he can to change up the situation. She ends up like having a heart attack at the dance, so they decide not to go to the ball thing. They go eat pizza. She gets shot. Yeah. Now what are they doing?
You can't win. Like he literally can't win.
It's just a replay over and over and over and over again of him killing his girlfriend. Well, at the time she got shot, he didn't really kill her, but he put her.
He didn't kill her on that one. But that even he didn't even pick her up this one time.
Oh yeah. What happened in that one?
Here's another Easter egg. The reporter we see, he's in the bar drinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same reporter from Iron Man 1 and 2 who's on the TV. WHIH.
Whatever that news station is.
Yep, we've seen that before. And he told her, he's like, aren't we allowed to be happy? And she's like, maybe I should drive. She could see he was shaky. So he's like, oh, we beat my strange hole event.
Yeah, this will do it.
I let her drive. As long as I'm not driving, we're good. And here comes that same car. This guy is an asshole.
He's killed her. So, the guy that's driving?
Yes.
I wonder who's driving.
They just showed who it was.
They did?
Yeah, go back.
Did I miss it?
Mm-hmm.
Who's driving?
See right there? Did you see who that was?
The flash of light?
Yeah. Yeah. See, okay, now see with the car in the river? With the red, it's Mephisto.
Oh. Trying to beat me at my own game. I had a feeling you were going there with it.
Damn it.
I had a feeling. Like he's really like you can't see anybody.
I'm not as good at that one.
It's fine. It's fine. You're learning though.
I tried.
You tried. You get a gold star.
Oh, schmoopums.
Mm-hmm.
Schmoopy. So basically, Steven's down there and he's broken.
Mm-hmm.
And he's yelling, screaming, because figured out that he can't beat this scenario.
Nope. And then the ball of light and the one.
He cannot beat this scenario at all.
I was just asking him, like, are you having car trouble? And the Ancient One, is talking to him, asking, why are you here? And this is where it starts for you. The death of Dr. Christine Palmer. So overwhelmed by loss, you will seek answers in the mystic arts. In me. And, he just, helped bring her back. And this is important because this is where she explains, like, her death is an absolute point in time. Unchangeable, unmovable. So that's the big thing with this episode. She's telling without her death, you would never have defeated
Dormammu.
Thank you. Dormammu. He would never would have done all the things that he did to become Sorcerer Supreme. So this event has to happen.
And the Guardian of the Eye of Agamotto.
Mm-hmm.
Without her death, you never start your journey. You created a paradox. You're risking the universe you cannot reverse in an absolute point. So, going off of Kyle's theory that this is what's setting up Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness too, I think this is a direct tie-in. I think that this part right here, that speech, is going to play such a huge part in this.
Yeah. If this scenario doesn't come out in it, which I don't think it will, but they've established the laws of the multiverse, or they're slowly establishing the laws of the multiverse. And
we did that with the TVA too.
Yeah, with the TVA. Now with this, so we have variants, we have absolute points, we have nexus events. What else do we have?
Strangeholes.
Strangeholes. We got muffin baskets. Sorcerer Supremes with extra cheese.
We have a Darkhold.
Mm-hmm. We do have a Darkhold. Oh, we do have a Darkhold from WandaVision.
Mm-hmm. We got a Darkhold.
Okay, so we got that. Was there anything in Falcon and Winter Soldier that nodded towards any multiversey type things? Not that I remember.
Not that was obvious that I can think of. The only thing I can think of is maybe the Dark Avengers that Contessa's trying to build. That's really the only thing I can think of. You look it up, I'll do this.
Okay.
Steven just says, the only thing that I require is more power. The greatest sorcerers of the past could not reverse an absolute point. And Steven's like, you don't know that. Books have been lost, libraries destroyed. And basically she's telling him, don't do it. There's no hope. Christine's gone. You can't save her. And he comes to the conclusion, he's just weak. He doesn't have enough power. And you can see that look in his eyes. This path only leads to darkness and the end of this reality. And then he uses it. She goes, don't do this or I'll be forced to stop you. And he goes, you have to find me first. She fires at him. There's an explosion and he's back.
In the jungle.
In the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees this monk. I'm looking for the last library of Cagliostro.
Cagliostro?
Cagliostro.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look, this guy has one blue eye, one red eye.
So did you know who this was when you said?
I did not. I had to look him up.
Okay.
But
after you looked him up, did you remember seeing him before in all your comics travels?
yes, but not looking like this.
Okay.
So we'll find his name here in a sec. When he introduces himself, he goes to this really cool looking mountain temple.
Like very like Maya or Incan or
Yep. He's like, no doors, clever, and he uses this strange hole to port in there.
Yep.
Use that strange hole to enter.
Yep. Enter through the strange hole in the back.
In the back. And then he sees ruins on the ground that lights up, and he throws some rocks at it, and then they disintegrate. And as he's walking, he's seeing a lot more of them. He uses magic to get rid of some. And he falls.
Through a not very strange hole, just like a normal hole.
This is a normal hole.
Yeah.
The guy pops up and he says, you have to be the strangest dressed sorcerer I've ever seen. He said, yeah, it's Armani. And I'm come here for the sorcerer Callistro.
Hmm.
He knows how to break an absolute point in time. He said, maybe here, maybe there, maybe nowhere. You know, I don't know. Please tell me you're not him. We'll call him Callie. The name's Obeng, librarian for the books of Callie.
Callie.
Come this way, Sorcerer Armani. And okay, in the comics, he is the source. He is Sorcerer Callie.
Caglistro.
Yep.
We're butchering that. Somebody's going to call us out on it. It's fine. I don't care.
Oh, B-Rob's gonna demolish us.
Mhm. He's going to remember that we're doing this with the show muted and reading the subtitles. I mean, we've watched it already. This isn't like our first time watching it, but it's kind of hard to watch it and listen and record at the same time. So we mispronounce like 74% of the words.
And
And
let's call a cat a cat. I
Yeah.
mispronounce shit all the time anyway.
Mhm.
I try to fancy it up as B-Rob says it. I just
Yeah.
mispronounce the shit.
And this is
So-
going to happen.
We'll call it a cat a cat.
Yep.
So Patty O'Brien tells him to come. Obengi. And then he sees this library. It's with looks like a sakura blossom tree in the middle.
Ooh.
He's like, how long are you going to be here? And he's like, as long as it takes.
Didn't know you had a vast knowledge of trees.
I mean, doesn't it look like one?
I don't even know that's what those were called.
Sakura blossoms, cherry blossom tree.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
All right, here's your next flash fact. He does what he did in the movies and pulls all the book over with magic. He has transmutation, telekinesis, teleportation.
To move you.
Oh, he's a Wonder Boy.
He's a Wonder Boy. But in that, another point that when I was reading stuff, they were talking about the absolute points.
Yeah.
They're speculating in Spider-Man No Way Home that Peter getting revealed as Spider-Man is an absolute point.
I could see that.
So this is how this could tie in.
I'm really going to have to go back and watch the old Spider-Mans again because it's been years.
Yeah, me too.
Years. Like,
I'm not
I
gonna lie,
didn't
Spider-Man
realize how
3 is
long
gonna be
ago
rough.
those came out.
I know.
Like,
Isn't
we
it
were in college.
Disgusting. Isn't it disgusting?
Because I got to thinking back. I was like, okay, it wasn't that long ago. And then I remembered my freshman year of college, I had the soundtrack to one of the movies. It had a Stone Sour song on it. And what's the song? Through the Glass. I was like, crap, that was 02. 20, holy balls.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah,
They're old.
I try not to think about it.
I'm going to go back and rewatch them though.
When he goes in the library, that's another flash fact. In the movie, and when he's on the library, Wong tells him that's the Book of Callie, A Study of Time.
Mhm.
And then here's your next one. So Callie is in the comics, and he studied the Darkhold, which Wanda currently has at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah.
So we think that. And then here's your another flash fact. He goes past transmutation, telekinesis, teleportation. They're all talents both he and Wanda have in the Marvel comics.
Ah,
Another point of
note.
connection,
Oh, well, yeah.
WandaVision.
I had seen some speculation like this episode, the things that they're hinting to here could lead to why he was absent from WandaVision.
Yeah. But we also know he was supposed to have been at the end of WandaVision too.
Mhm.
But
They
they didn't
changed
want
it.
another white guy saving the day, which I get. But
So they
it's
ma-
not another white guy. It's Doctor Strange.
So
would've
we'll just
played a
make a
bigger
White
part.
Vision. We'll just have White Vision show up because that
That makes sense.
that
White
makes it
Vision.
better.
That makes. We don't want someone who's all white doing that.
White Vision.
White Vision.
It's like you talking about the was it the lantern power?
White power.
It's the most powerful lantern.
Did I just tell that to you, or did I tell that in stream?
I don't remember. I remember you telling. No, I don't think you told it in stream.
Well, it's out there, so I might as well tell it real quick. This is back when Green Lantern, they started diverging into all the different corps. The yellow, for fear. You got orange, Agent Orange for greed. Blue is hope, and then they had death was black, and then they came. Kyle Rayner came back as the White Lantern. And I remember I was in a restaurant with my buddies and we were talking about it. And I'm going, no way, dude. Kyle was one of the best Green Lanterns to begin with. He has the white power now, and everyone knows white power is the best power to have. You cannot beat white power. And all my friends are like, shut up. I'm like, no, shut up. Let me run with this. Yeah. So white power is, it's everything. It's the power of life. You cannot beat white power. I would like to see the black power try to stop white power. And what's sad is I can remember this fucking conversation word for word because everyone in the restaurant who was around us stopped and looked at me. And then they go, Chris, and they told me, I go, oh, no.
Not like that. Not like that.
No, because he's got a white lantern and it's all powerful because it's white, because it's better. And I just kept digging myself a hole. Yeah, now you all know why I think white powers.
And now we know why Chris can't go to Denny's anymore.
I'm not allowed at Denny's. There's no more moons over my hammy for Chris. Which was quite good, by the way.
I love that story.
So another flash fact: the little mark in the book was the exact same mark in the book in the movie.
Oh. See, I thought there was going to be some significance to how these books are laid out. Like, I'm always looking for patterns.
Right.
And not really seeing anything here.
Like the torn pages?
Yeah. Like the torn pages, or if they're, laid out in a certain way to lead to something. But this is what's cool. So you can see, like, well, go ahead. I know you want this one.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to go with something else completely different. So go ahead and.
Okay. Stevens has this summoning circle, and out pops these tentacles, which most people are assuming are the same tentacles as episode 1, Captain Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Which most are speculating now that we're seeing this in this. It's Shumagorath. Shumagorath is one of the elder gods. He's a giant eyeball with tentacles. He's smaller in our universe because he loses some of his power. When he comes over here, he can never be killed. He can only be banished.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a lifelong enemy of Strange. So a lot of people are saying this is Shumagorath, which I'm agreeing with him. This is going to be Shumagorath. We just don't see his eye.
And see, like, the reasoning that he's summoning this beast, and he's going to do several more here, is he was told basically, like, a sorcerer with their power alone is not strong enough to disrupt an absolute point in time. And so he has the idea to, okay, well, I'll just absorb the power from a lot of entities, then I'll be stronger, right? Chew up your enemies, eat them, take their power, move on. So he'll be strong enough to do that. And like, he starts, like, he bit off quite a bit at the beginning here to try to swallow, I guess, absorb power. And let's see, it's actually right about where we have it paused here. Like, he's looking at the tentacle beast, and it's framed up like he looks like he's pretty confident that he's going to be able to do this. And you see the shadowing and everything from it, that he's looking, even though you said this is smaller in our world, still pretty big, because where he's sitting at, he's looking up at it. It does look a little bit smaller than the version we saw in episode 1 of What If, but that one kept growing and growing and growing. And he has the motivation. His motivation for this is to go back to save his girlfriend that he has killed like 27 times.
Right.
At this point. That's like the obvious motivation. I think there's additional motivation here. So like that's the obvious thing,
Right. That he
Just
wants to do.
Say the
Right.
girlfriend.
Right.
But this like scene right here where he starts to fight, I think this shows the ulterior motivation. He's got like another thing in mind besides saving
Ulterior
her.
motive.
Ulterior
Yeah.
motive. That's what it is. He's got some ulterior like persuasion and motivation behind him. It's because of the shadowing and all that it
Right.
it has to be Mephisto pushing him
Oh,
because how
fuck
red
you.
it is behind him.
God
The
bless it.
coloring of the scene.
I even tried to get you at the beginning. I'm like, I'm gonna get him so he
Yep.
can't work one in on this episode. Oh, fuck off, dude.
It has to be Mephisto pushing him subliminally.
He got me.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm fucking frustrated right now. I thought I did. I thought I had this episode. I'm like, I beat him to the punch.
You tried. Maybe next time.
There you go, little fella.
There you go. There's a little glimmer of hope. At least you tried. You
I tried.
dipped your toe into the pool.
God bless it.
You just figured out that water's just too spicy. It's too
You had
hot.
me.
I can't...
It's too spicy for the pepper. I literally, you had me just like, if you would have had like some sort of like Coke in your hands or just, something in your hands, I would have been like, oh yeah, here, let me drink from it.
Oh, the bottle of Coke. I thought you meant like cocaine. Like, yeah, I'll snort that.
Oh no. You go, most of us are leaving college. We're gonna show this world a thing or two.
Oh, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
That's all I can think of. Anyway,
Bob Saget. So he's asking, he goes, I need to borrow your powers. Do you mind sharing a tentacle or two? Like, he's turned into tentacle porn.
Yeah.
They picked him up and the tentacles picked him up and started beating him like Loki beat Hulk.
you mean like Hulk beat Loki?
Oh yeah, that too.
Also happened.
That also happened. That was another
The
point
other
in time.
diversion.
That was a variant. And he goes, mystic beings do not bargain. They are not meant for man. There's your another flash fact that already referenced Dormammu at the beginning of this. Dormammu, I would like to make a bargain.
Mhm.
So there's your other flash fact. Steven goes, the library isn't enough. Those beings have what I need. And Callie goes, is she worth it? Man does like to suffer for this for his own glory. And Strange is like every moment of it. So it just shows his resolve.
Stubbornness.
It is.
I'll destroy this whole damn world. Yeah.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Mhm.
I'll destroy the world to bring her back, my true love.
More like Dr. Selfish.
Dr. Asshole.
Mhm.
Dr. Dick.
Ah.
Dr. Dick, because he wants to demolish reality.
So now he's got his goatee back.
Yep. He's like, if they won't give me their power, I'll take it. And then he's like,
Start with something small. This part was so freaking funny.
you mean when he summoned Noam Chomsky there?
Noam Chomsky.
He got Noam Chomsky here. He absorbed when he goes in and his eyes start glowing like Noam does. And it's weird because like he starts sucking them in their power.
Mhm.
And here's another flashback. If I'm right on this, I'm trying to remember. So that bug is a alternate reality version. He gets another one and it has this cape. It's like a giant cockroach.
Yeah.
And he goes, no bugs. That's an alternate version of Strange, if I remember right.
Let me see. There was something I saw. Let's see. Hydra's monster, some kit.
If I remember, there was a comic where he was a cockroach.
Okay. I'll look that up as you continue going through the monsters.
God, I seem to recall it.
Dr. Strange cockroach. Don't press enter too early on this search, Kyle. Cockroach.
Dr. Strange cock.
Dr. Strange cock.
So he goes, nice
Dr.
cape.
Cockroach. That's monsters versus aliens. Hold on.
Yeah, that's much what we're saying. You're gonna have to really be specific.
Doctor Strange as
goes-
a bug.
He goes, no bugs. And then he grabs his cape and shoves him back down, doesn't even bother getting his powers. Next thing you know, you see this giant, like 9-eyed raven
Mhm.
and all its feathers, as he's absorbing it, go into him. And you see all these raven feathers around him when he finishes. And he's like, more, more, more. Next thing you know, it's like a fire drake. He absorbs it. And after he absorbs it, he becomes red and looks like Shenlong, like a Chinese dragon, like the human version of it. Next thing you know, there's a demonic 2-headed goat as he's absorbing it. And then something with horns. And like he's just absorbing demonic creature after demonic creature.
Mm-hmm.
And each time it's changing who he is and what he looks like. This part was kind of cool.
This part was really cool.
You explain this because I know you wanted to explain this part.
So after he's absorbing more, did we rewound, right? So the Watcher says, "I could warn him if I intervene, but the fate of the universe is not worth risking the safety of all the others. Besides, I doubt he'd listen." And Strange looks over his shoulder to where the Watcher was standing, so he knows something was there. He senses the Watcher,
Right?
And it's only after he became more and more powerful. I think that's where that came from. He's slowly becoming more
aware,
stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So his perception is better, so he can sense that the Watcher was there. And then we see a lot of flashes of other monsters as he's absorbing their power. But I think that I can't remember if I read this or if it was explained somewhere that the Watcher, and you may have told me this, that the Watcher explains itself in the beginning that he cannot, or
interfere,
whatever it is, cannot interfere, but does have a history in the comics of interfering.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah.
Well, he's interfered a couple times.
Yeah,
he's broken the Watcher rules.
Yeah, not all the time, but it has happened.
It has happened because he has a fondness for humanity. And Doctor Strange has been known, flash fact, to watch in the comics to talk to. I can never pronounce it. Uatu, our Watcher.
Mm-hmm.
He actually talks and interacts with him. So that was kind of cool. And Strange goes.
A little flash of that here because he sensed he was there.
Yeah. He goes, now to summon an old friend. And here comes the tentacles. He goes, hello, goodbye. Cuts off the tentacles, the portal, and the tentacles wrap around him. Tentacle porn.
His cape is his cape taller and more ominous now?
Yeah, I think it is.
More looks like Maleficent.
Yes, it does. He absorbs the tentacles and he just kind of looks evil at this point. Next thing you know, fade to black. And I want to say that was, the Necromancer Strange's cape in the comics.
Hey, look here, I had that pulled up not very long ago.
And he walks in to this room when he's done, and he sees Sally O'Malley, or Callie. He's in this room and white hair and coughing. And he said, what happened to you? He said, time, sorcerer Armani. And Strange starts using the eye and he stops him. He said, put that away. You used magic to remain frozen for centuries. I chose to live. So now we know what happened. This wasn't just like, we saw the sun going and setting in fast motion at one point, but now we know he has done this for, what did he say?
It's a couple hundred years, wasn't it?
For centuries, yeah.
Yes, I'm looking at some comic capes here. Strange's and Necromancer's cape are extremely similar. The neck piece, the cowl portion of it.
Yeah.
That'd be a cowl, even if it doesn't go over the head.
No.
Also very similar to Spawn's, but
that's what it does look like. It does look like Spawn's.
Yeah. But there's a reason why those two look the same. Not Spawn, but see, that almost looks like straight out of the comics. Where are we at here?
And he's telling him, you know, I can't accept this. Callie's like, I know, but maybe the other Strange will. Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum.
And he goes, can't you see? He goes, you're only half of a man,
You're
living half of a life. Yeah. Now you're man. Man. And he finds out he's not the only Doctor Strange in this universe. He's sitting there next to Wong, and he goes, I'm going to start a kettle. I suggest you join me before you do something reckless.
Now get this weird time loop thing.
Yep.
So he went back in time to start training to be able to do this. And when he completes it, he's now at present time when this Doctor Strange realizes, yeah, this is probably a bad idea. I should probably just go have some tea.
Yep. And this is the divergence point. While he went to, like you said, to train, this guy just threw away the eye. And didn't throw it away, but threw it down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the Watcher says at the beginning, 2 points. Yep. One choice makes two different universes. But this isn't a different universe. I digress.
This is one universe from
Different
one choice, but two separate Stranges that crap. Now, time travel. Now they're throwing time travel back into it, which we do terrible with.
We're awful.
We are awful at time travel. Linears and making a circle. What's happening? Yeah.
So he walks out, and time is starting to disintegrate. Like everything's starting to just flow into nothingness.
It's all gooey and toxic looking. Like we need a Toxic Avenger now to come in with a mop and clean all this up. Getting all gooey.
Because we are the Toxic Avengers. So he walks out and he sees a gigantic strange hole.
Mm-hmm. That's a big old strange hole.
And he gets ready, and it's the ancient one. Except she's all shimmery, and she's echoing. It's like, he's like, yeah, you're dead. He's like, she goes, it's a psychic impression sent through a splinter of reality.
Does that make sense?
Just think of me as an echo. Well, I was going to say that must be the end of the world. She goes, that too. You were always a perceptive one. So he's like, she's like, we don't have time. It's like, who's doing this? And she goes, well, you are. And she tells him about alternate timeline Strange, who's not alternate timeline Strange, same universe, but how she used her powers to split Strange up.
So we had another divergence in the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this was the sacred time. Okay, anyway.
Allowing for the two of you to exist in one timeline. And
where's the TVA in all this?
I don't know. Where's Morpheus? He goes, he must have come right up jet ski. That's what he's doing. He's riding a jet ski.
Yep. Just living the life. Drinking a Corona.
Being Morpheus.
Mobius?
Oh, yeah. Mobius.
Morpheus
is a different one.
Matrix.
Oh, yeah. Well, they both have blue pills.
Now you're getting really confused because, now we're crossing all kinds of universes.
What episode are we talking about? So next thing you know, Strange is like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
And Wong, they're doing the spell between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wait, so it's you who's causing this, but only you can stop it.
Kind of looks like they're playing sorcerer charades at this point.
It does.
Two words rhymes with mange bowl. Strange hole? Yeah,
Strange
you got it on the nose. Yeah.
Well, and then here's another flash fact. Wong said this is the Guardian Vishanti heavy duty protection spell. So in the comics, it's a trio of beings. It's not one person. It's a trio who they help the Sorcerer Supreme a lot. And then you see all these little words that were around him being put on his face. It's a Guardian spell.
Or Strange gets a face tat.
He gets it right in the Strange.
Yep. Get all those cool face tats, and he's going to Start dropping some sweet songs on SoundCloud. Little Strange
SoundCloud.
Uzi Vert or something. Will be
That's exactly where it is.
Mhm.
And then next thing you know, we see Strange being summoned, that same portal, the same strange hole that summoned the other mystic beings. He's in it.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I didn't realize. So he summoned him.
He summoned him. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't catch that. I don't know how I didn't catch that. I thought, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense though.
I think you're trying to. That's the problem with this episode. There's so much going. It's so busy.
Yeah.
And he goes, where am I? And then all of a sudden we see all this demons everywhere, and then you hear the question is, when are you? Who are you? When is Thanos? How is Thanos? It's basically what it was.
He's gardening.
He's gardening. And he said, we're one and the same. And this Strange just looks sleep deprived and evil and like gaunt.
Yeah, this Strange looks like he's been doing a lot of heroin. Is really what he.
And he's like, no, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme. It's great. Hey, you got any money?
Got any more of them Strangeholes?
You got any more Strangeholes? Wong gives you wings. Next thing you know, they're basically just talking it out, and this Sorcerer Supreme is struggling to contain all the entities within him.
Yep.
And he's trying to explain why he did what he did.
And he's go back and have the courage. Like, well, I had the courage. You just went for tea, pussy.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had the courage to do this. And Strange's like, and how are you going to save her? And he goes, we can. Next thing you know, they go back to the point where Christine died.
You can tell he's evil because his goatee is pointier.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And his hair's spikier.
He's got that flexo goatee.
Oh, look. Well, our Strange has like the swirl, one swirl. This one has two. Shows he's evil.
Two swirls. Oh, and his hair?
Evil. Yeah, and his hair.
Oh, he's more disheveled. And he's wearing, black. So you know he's a bad guy now. He's got black on and he's got a pointy goatee.
That's true. This is how you know.
Yeah.
And basically, so the good Strange versus getting bad Strange. Good Strange is telling him you're crazy. Mm-hmm. Bad Strange shoots
him in the face.
Mystic load all over his face. Good Strange's face.
And he had those face tats.
He had the face, and the face tats started glowing. You could see like one of them disappearing when he got the bad load shot all over his face. And it looks like they're pretty evenly matched right now because Bad Strange is shooting bullets at Good Strange and he's blocking them, but then Bad Strange turns his hand into like a tentacle.
Yeah, Bad Strange should, in theory, like be a whole lot more powerful.
He spent hundreds of years absorbing beings
and training. So this right here, the rope that comes out when he ties him up. I had seen somewhere where we had actually seen this before. And where was it? I wasn't ready.
Oh,
I don't think I went far enough. It was where the crap did it go? I had it. Strange's Infinity War lasso. So it was a reuse spell from Infinity War where what he used to let me see here. Perhaps most interesting of the reuse spells is the Golden Lasso, which Steven uses to ensnare his wicked alternate self, restraining the villain of the magical bond. The roles are reversed, and this is the very same technique Strange used to pin down Thanos in Infinity War. So we get to see it again.
Which they reused. And it's basically just a fight like Bad Strange's cape goes to get Good Strange's cape flies off and fights Bad Strange. And they're just going back and forth until Bad Strange binds Strange with mystic chains.
That's that rope, that lasso thing. It looks a lot
So-
like Wonder Woman's lasso of truth.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then he starts shooting hot mystic all over him.
Yep.
In his chest, and like you see the power symbol slowly disappearing from Good Strange's face. He shoots back, hits him right in Bad Strange's face, and then we see these little orbs.
What?
We've got ghost orbs.
We got ghost orbs.
We got ghost orbs. Listen, Good Strange is looking at that, and then he gets pulled into the ground by this tentacle.
Mm-hmm. Into a weird, strange hole.
Weird, strange hole that's full of burning.
Mm-hmm. It's hot.
It
Hot
is
hole.
hot. Okay, this was a great scene right here. Like, this is what you're talking about, the animation.
Yeah. It
got an idea
looks
for a
like a
picture.
live action comic book.
It really does. I got a great picture for a cover.
Ooh, yeah. I know what you're doing.
I got a great. We need more headshots, though.
We can make it happen. Ooh, excuse me. So we see the Strange is looking. Is he looking at himself?
Yeah, he's looking at himself.
Well, I mean, he was already looking at himself in reality, but
Then he was looking at himself more.
Kind of goes this weird flashback thing where he thinks she's there and everything's fine, a la Deadpool here.
Yep. She's like, you were going to give me your cream brulee.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to give you my strange hole in a muffin basket.
In a muffin basket with your cream brulee. But
That's
guess
hot.
what? You blew it.
Yeah, you blew it. Now the world's ending. You
You
idiot.
blew it.
Go
And
beat
so,
your-
like we said, there's no evil Strange in the comic. The closest would be the Necromancer from Counter Earth.
which is
he's just
alternate.
evil.
It's an alternate version of Strange, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just an evil version.
Bizarro Strange.
Bizarro Strange. Bizarro Strange.
And so he keeps losing his face tats. Like they're still fighting it out. He's got one left. And, here he's, arguing with himself. He's like, you can't do this. And we must. And he removes the last protection. Evil Strange removes the last protection off of him and then, absorbs himself into himself.
Mhm.
Now he's a whole man. Now he's a man.
Now he's a man. And then if you notice, his magic after he does that goes from green to red,
Yep.
which is what Wanda did when she lost it.
Ooh.
Usually red symbolizes chaos magic in the MCU.
I like that you brought up Wanda right then, because here in about 3 seconds, you're going to see, well, maybe closer to 5.
I think 5.
So yeah, he loses it. Like this big explosion happens. His amulet turns to red. You see, what was that? Is that his face now? That was all with all the eyeballs and the things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he's so corrupted.
Mm-hmm. That's why you don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do
At least not-
drugs.
At least not
Drugs
the hard
suck.
ones.
Do the ones that don't mess you up as bad.
No. So he's got like eyeballs in his face and his arms. And of course, Christine, he brings her back. She does not recognize him because he looks like shit.
Yep.
He's very demonic looking, tentacles coming out of his back.
You know
he
who
was
he
able-
looks like right now? What was it? Was it Warcraft 3? Illidan? The
Oh, don't
the
get
night
me lying.
elf? Which one?
So don't get me lying.
You know what I mean, though? The night elf who turned into the demonic one?
I played 2. I never made it to 3.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
That's what he looked like. Go ahead.
Oh, so
You were on a roll. Sorry.
he succeeded in saving Christine's life, but at what cost, Chris? Because now you can see the world's just crumbling and oozing around him.
Well,
He
and that's
sees
just
that she's
that
about
just-
to die.
going to show you like how much people would do with like, do you think this was love or obsession?
It was obsession at this point,
Because it went well past love.
because like he had to know, and like he was warned, like you're going to break the universe. It's all going to
Mhm.
come crashing to an end if you reverse this event. So I'm gonna do it anyway. It's like, hey, don't touch that pan on the stove. I'm gonna touch it. Oh, it's
Well,
hot.
It's hot. Well, okay. Do you think this goes back to his arrogance when he was a surgeon, because he got broken of that when he, in our universe, in the movie,
Yeah.
that arrogance was gone. It's almost like this arrogance never left, because he's a surgeon. They reference that in the movie. You're a surgeon. You have to be able to control everything about you and control the world.
Yep.
Fix
He
everything.
didn't lose his arrogance. So
Yeah.
And there's a lot of parallels here with WandaVision, with not letting the dead die and trying to bring them back. But this right here, he sees the world collapsing around him.
Oh, and the red prison shell too.
So he casts a protection spell, or he's casting a protection spell to try to keep them alive. He's basically doing like a force field thing around him, which
awesome
is almost
picture.
exactly the same as the force field in WandaVision.
That is such an awesome picture right there with the Watcher looking in the back. I got an idea for that one too.
Okay. And so this is another WandaVision parallel, which him and her should be running similar stories or intertwining stories quite a bit in the future. We're thinking, just because of the multiverse stuff and her and the kids and Pietro and all that. But it's just showing that, I'm assuming, she has she's drawing powers from a similar source.
Right.
So. And then the Watcher pops in. Bum, bum, bum. He tells him, the Watcher actually speaks to him now. He tells, like, you were warned. I'm going to go back here. He sees the Watcher. That's what happens. And he's like, I need you to fix this. And the Watcher tells him, you were warned. Strange says, I know, but the world shouldn't pay for my arrogance. There you go. You called it without knowing you called it.
Oh.
Yep.
I'll take it.
And he says, the world shouldn't pay for my arrogance. This is Strange talking. Strange says, I read about you. I sensed your presence. Talking about the Watcher, he says, you're a god. You can undo this. And I like this line when the Watcher says, I'm not a god and neither are you. Strange says, punish me, not the world, not Christine. And Watcher says, if I could stop this and punish you, I would, but I cannot interfere. You more than anyone else should understand that meddling with time and events only leads to more destruction and fades away. And so Marvel is like going all in on time travel, multiverse, Nexus events, all this stuff. And I think this episode really sealed that in.
I do too. When it ends with Strange going, I can fix this. And then, it went from being his powers trying to keep it back with this red sphere, like we saw in WandaVision, the chaos magic. So now it's all blackness and it's purple and it's just Strange and Palmer inside. Is that Christine? Oh no. And you see her disappearing. This marvels the ending of WandaVision to a T when Vision was disappearing.
Yep.
And she goes, Stephen, what did you do? And then he goes, no. Only now does it hit him what he did.
Yeah. Now that he's left in his own little globe of the universe and
his sad bubble.
Yeah, he's in his sad bubble.
This sad
strange
bubble.
hole out of there.
It only now does it hit him how much he fucked up.
Yeah. But he was still extremely powerful, because that should have completely destroyed the universe. Completely destroyed the universe. And it didn't, because he's still there in his little force field bubble, resisting the destruction of the universe that he caused.
But now he can't go anywhere.
But he can't go anywhere. It's like, well, shit. I'm here.
I'm going to go out for some coffee. No, I'm not.
I think he can like manifest some coffee and stuff in there like that. Just turns into like a little apartment. And then he starts creating his own reality inside the bubble, a la WandaVision.
He goes, I want some cannolis from Junior's in New York.
And just starts becoming like he's reliving these old sitcoms inside his little bubble.
Out pops a little head going, you got it, dude. And then goes back.
A smaller version of himself pops up. What you talking about, Strange?
One pops up and leading the Doctor Strange attack. He's like, I thought it was a Zack attack. No. Copyright. Doctor Strange attack.
Record background screeches at this moment.
Strange. No, that's it. Strange starts going, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so.
I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this mess.
Well, let's go back 5 days ago.
But then we get the
Time
Watcher. Freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
And so the Watcher wrapping up with one life, one choice, one moment can destroy the entire universe.
What's a Bob Marley song?
I think so.
I think so too.
Probably was.
I thought it was a fitting ending though. Just all black, and that's all you hear is the Watcher saying that.
Yeah. Up onto another universe to see how they're going to screw that up.
Let's go fight. I'm hoping Zombies is next because I am really pumped about that one.
That is in the lineup, right?
Yep. No, that's
Okay.
100%. They already have some stills from it. And so
Okay.
I'm really, really excited about it because I loved the first comic when it came out.
I was getting a little man hyped up about that one because he likes these. I got my daughter to watch this one fully with me. I tried to get her to watch the Captain Carter one, and that didn't happen. But she was engrossed on this one,
Right.
and so she really liked it. And there's still some stuff to come that, just even from the past. Okay, yeah. So I see Zombie Hawkeye and Zombie Captain America. We've seen that. We've seen T'Challa. Is that Gamora?
Yep.
Played.
Looks like it.
And what's Vision got going on there? In the end credit scene where he's like in a suit of armor with a lance.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
He
where
has
that's
all the
coming from.
Infinity Stones on his chest. It looks like. Is he wearing like a powered gauntlet armor, Infinity armor? Is he wearing Infinity armor?
It kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that could be cool.
I don't know. There's a lot that they can do. I'm really enjoying these episodes just because they're different.
Yeah. I just want to see one episode with the Watcher in the background, like where you see his eyes and like it zooms out, and he's like holding a little thing of popcorn and he's just
Slowly. He's going,
and just waiting for it.
and you hear the,
Everybody looks around. What was that? Oh, shit.
and he's like, he goes, what do you think? He goes, hold on.
I like to watch.
Something like really interesting starts to happen. You just see him like slowly pull his phone out. He's like recording. He's like, man, I'm gonna post this.
Are you recording this? No.
I'm just watching.
It's going on Watcher Instagram.
Mhm.
Watchagram.
Watch her book.
Watcher book.
Mhm.
So with that, tell us all what you all think.
Tell us what we got right, what we got wrong, what you think is going to happen.
And let's go from there.
I really think there's going to be some big implications.
I do too.
Think of the implications.
It's going to be interesting in 2022 when we get Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Mhm.
Or is it 2023? No, it's 2022. It's 2022.
Those release dates keep shuffling.
Yeah, they pushed them back.
Yeah.
Fuck you, COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We hate you so
We do.
much. But
passion.
well, the passion. I don't know, but it's supposed to be next year. I'm going to be interested to go back when you and I watch it to go and see that. Here's what I think we need to do too.
Okay.
I think we need to, if they're still doing the theater rentouts for $200, we need to do an EGTN rentout for that.
Mhm.
And depending on what everyone's doing soon, maybe we should do an EGTN rentout of Shang-Chi.
Possibly.
So
Probably about a month
let's
out.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be fun. Or
Yeah,
Eternals is a month or two out too.
November,
Yeah.
I think.
So, and then I don't know,
Huh.
I'm just interested.
I'm just
to see
excited
what they're
because,
gonna do.
like I said, this isn't like these are one-offs. These are just what if this happened? But I believe there's a standard set of rules that apply universally through the whole multiverse.
Mhm.
And I think this was an episode that established at least one of those things with the absolute point or the crap. What was it? The unchangeable event was the absolute point in time.
Absolute point in time.
Yeah.
Absolute. Whatever. We'll call it whatever we want.
Whatever
It's
it
our
is.
show.
But I think that established that as a rule.
I agree.
So, yeah, tell us what
Well,
you guys think. That was a fun
let
one.
us know. So, with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerdom. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. Wherever you guys are, have a great evening, great night, great morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And please be good to each other.
Nerd
See ya.
rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up